So hello fellow coin collectors, this is Glenn, back with another video. And today we're going to have a look at an error coin that's actually not very common. So this is the 1927 coin, so I've got 2 here, 22, this is just for comparison, and 27. And just a quick history, the 1927 has a mintage of 4,920,000. So it's actually, for a 20s coin, it's actually the second most common, is it? No, the third most common after the 1922. So this is the most common pre-decimal coin because it has 12.6 million or 12.7, and the 1921, which is also has a high mintage, or 1920. So this is the fourth most common. So there you go, we got that sorted out. And it is actually a very good error to actually get. So this coin is, if you have a look, got rid of that hair. If you have a look, it's actually a strike through error. And you can actually tell because if we see on the actual Y, so we've got here in between, you got a little groove there, and on all the letterings you got a little groove. So if we turn it, it's a bit hard, so you can see the groove on the bottom of the E, the bottom of the P, also on the P as well. And this is very indicative of a strike through. So a strike through means there's just been oil on top of the actual coin, and it's actually impacted on the actual striking of the image on the coin. So you can see it on top of the 1 on the reef and also on the lettering here. So if we compare it with another coin, you can see you don't actually see that. Those grooves that you can actually see on the 1927. So that's actually not a very common coin to actually get. And if we compare it with the letterings, you can see the letterings are actually not as thick. They're actually a lot thinner. You can see on top of the Commonwealth the groove there, which on this 1922 coin you can't. So the W's a lot. You can see the point is actually a lot narrower, and it looks like more pointy. This one looks like a curved W, and you can see the grooves on the top there. And if you look around the actual coin, you can see all the lettering is impacted, as well as the dots, and the dates is less so. But if you look at the dots on the actual, so we're talking about the inner rim, so we're talking about here, they seem to be not really impacted at all. So maybe the groove was only on this part, the oil was on this part, and not actually on these rims and denticles on the side. And so you can actually see it quite clearly there. And also there is a broken N. So the broken N is actually a bit different. You get coins without the strike through that do have the broken N, so I'll probably increase the value. I've seen the broken N on a few other coins, so it's not too rare, it's probably scarce. But the strike through is actually not a very common. And as you can see, it's actually very fine. So if this was a normal coin, very fine, probably cost about $10. But because this is a strike through, it actually increases the value quite a lot more. And here we have the obverse. And as you can see, it just looks normal. There's nothing really different to that. So these coins, it's hard to place a value on them because they very rarely come up. Probably a few $100s, I would say, for a strike through. 1 to 200 seems to be okay. If you get one in uncirculated, probably talking about a few thousand. So a normal coin in uncirculated will be about, probably about 500. It's probably about a few $1,000s for a strike through in uncirculated. But as you can see, it does have some damage, which reduces value. And so this is actually a good error coin to actually get. I do have quite a few other error coins. So here you go. These are laminations. So I've got different ones. Another good error to actually get is a drop 9 on a 1922. So that one's probably 50 to 100, I'd say. And you got other laminations as well. Laminations are not really that much. I'm just testing the waters, seeing how much it actually costs, but this is probably the most expensive one I've got so far. So when you actually get a penny, any year, doesn't matter, strike throughs can happen with any year, you just check it and see if it's actually got grooves like this. And you can also see there's actually damage on the inner rim as well. And there's also a groove that goes all the way around. It's not supposed to be. And that's evidence of a strike through. Now why is this so? Quite frankly, I'm not too sure. I would just say that the lettering is thinner because of the oil is actually taken a few hundredth of a millimeter off the image, and the actual grooves is probably because the pressure of the oil has been squirted, and the oil itself has actually caused the rounding effect, so the rounding impression. So that is most likely why this coin looks the way it does. Quite a nice coin. So I encourage you to actually get pennies. I usually buy them in bulk. I actually don't try and not buy them separately unless it's actually an exceptional coin. And all of my error coins that I've actually got have gotten in bulk coins. So that is a good way to start an error collection. And then later on, if you actually wanted to upgrade it, you would go and hunt around on the, most likely not eBay, but the professional sites who deal in errors. So like Noble Numismatics, probably Downies, and you'll purchase a better quality coin. Obviously it's been graded, and that one would suit your collection. But you actually be paying a high price for a coin like that from one of those sites. And it could or could not be an investment grade coin, because I think in 2014 the investment grade products actually crashed when a company went bankrupt. So a lot of those would have come online as resales. So buying high quality products doesn't mean you're actually going to get your money back. A lot of times you actually lose. Like now, it's probably hard to actually sell anything like this. If you paid like 500, you're probably not going to sell it for 500. You probably have to sell it for less. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care. Thank you and goodbye.